Smart Ones, slow roasted turkey breast with mashed potatoes and gravy at only 170 calories. Is this somewhat healthy frozen microwave TV dinner any good? We're gonna unbox this. We're gonna cook this. We're gonna try that mashed potatoes. We're gonna try that turkey. We're gonna try everything together. I'll let you know how it tastes, and at the end of the video, I'll let you know if I buy it again. All right, welcome back, fellow fans of grocery store food. Today, we got Smart Ones slow roasted turkey breast with mashed potatoes and gravy. So I was at the grocery store and I was thinking, what should I try next? This looked pretty good, but what really piqued my interest was that this is only 170 calories. Usually these kind of turkey TV dinners you get with Hungry Man and Swanson. Obviously, they're not the most healthy, but at 170 calories, is this too good to be true? We're gonna find out. Let's unbox this and let's get this cooking. So let's see how this looks. Here we go. Smart Ones, turkey and mashed potatoes. Okay, so here it is over here. It looks okay. Where's the instructions? Okay, so here it is here. You can pause that if you want to read it more carefully. But first, we're gonna cook on high for 5 minutes. So let's do that and we'll be right back. And of course, we're gonna pull back the corner of film to let steam escape. Okay, so round one is done. And I have to say, it's smelling really good. But let's peel the film here. We're gonna get our first look. So far, it's looking okay. So we have to give this a stir and then put it back in the microwave. So let's do that. At first glance, the gravy is looking a little thin. But that's okay. If that means less calories, that might be an interesting trade-off. Let's go ahead and stir these mashed potatoes. Now this is very, very silky and very smooth. It's almost like a puree. You know how sometimes you have mashed potatoes that are kind of thick? Look at this. This is kind of watery and is that a piece of turkey in there? Whoops, I don't know if I did that or if that got in there during processing. But look at this. There's actual seasoning that you can see visibly in the mashed potatoes. You don't usually see that in the other types of mashed potatoes like from Swanson, etc. Anyways, let's put this back in for the next round. Okay, so while that's resting in the microwave, let's take a quick look at the box here. So again, we're trying the Smart Ones slow roasted turkey breast with mashed potatoes and gravy, 20 grams of protein. Here's the back of the box. No artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners. Turkey breast with a classic pan gravy and garlic herb mashed potatoes. Nice. And here are the nutrition facts. Feel free to press pause if you want to read it more carefully. And of course, what stands out to me is that this is only 170 calories. And here are the ingredients if you want to press pause on that. Well, I think we waited long enough. Let's give it a try. All right, so here is the finished product. And I have to say, this looks and smells great. Let's try that garlic mashed potatoes first. This is a very liquidy mashed potatoes. I don't know if you can see here. It's almost like a paste. It's definitely almost like a puree. That's okay. So let's take a bite of these mashed potatoes. Interesting. I have to admit that does not have as much flavor as it looks. It's a little watery. It's borderline bland. It's definitely not like a salty seasoned mashed potatoes though. Okay, let's try that slow roasted turkey. Maybe it'll have a little bit more flavor. It looks like a very watery gravy. So just like the mashed potatoes, I'm kind of thinking this may be more on the bland side. Let's see, I'm gonna take 2 pieces just so I can get a good bite here. So there we go. There is the slow roasted turkey breast. Let's give this a taste. Okay, that has a nice turkey flavor. All right, you can definitely taste the turkey, and the actual turkey itself, it is slightly on the dry side, but even home-cooked turkey can be kind of dry, plus this was cooked in a microwave. However, because this is soaked in that gravy, it actually helps with the dryness, and it doesn't taste overly dry. And in terms of the taste, just like the mashed potatoes, it's a little bit more on the bland side. I think I was expecting this to taste very salty, just like the Swanson turkey TV dinners and other TV dinners that have gravy. This definitely is a more subtle taste, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I'm starting to rethink this a little bit. Okay, finally, let's try everything together. The slow roasted turkey breast with mashed potatoes and gravy. You know what I noticed too? Maybe as it's starting to cool down, the mashed potatoes is starting to thicken up a little bit, but still very runny mashed potatoes. But let's get some mashed potatoes. Let's get some gravy in there. Look at that. Let's get some turkey. Let's get everything. So there we go. We got mashed potatoes. We got gravy. We got turkey. Here we go. Let's give this a taste. Okay, now that was actually really good. Everything together, that really works well. I think I'm ready for my final thoughts. All right, Smart One's slow roasted turkey breast with mashed potatoes and gravy. So what do I think? Okay, let's start off with the mashed potatoes. They're a little bit more on the watery side and they look very seasoned, but it's actually not as salty and seasoned as it looks. It's actually a little bit bland. However, when you mix everything together, the gravy with the mashed potatoes, it really elevates those mashed potatoes and makes for a great taste. And of course, let's talk about the turkey. It's a little bit on the dry side, but the gravy definitely helps. The gravy is a little bit more watery, as I mentioned. It's not as salty and as seasoned and as bold as some other gravies and frozen TV dinners that I had in the past. However, the trade-off is this is only 170 calories. And price for this, I believe it was $5.49 Canadian. So it's definitely more on the expensive end when it comes to frozen TV dinners, but you get a pretty good quality meal. So does it taste good? Yes. So would I buy this again? You know what? I actually would. Sometimes you're craving some home cooking turkey with gravy and mashed potatoes. And you know what? At 170 calories, that definitely is a plus. I'm not arguing this is a healthy meal, but compared to other frozen meals, I would say this is a better option. All right, so have you tried this Smart Ones? If you have, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my findings, and feel free to subscribe if you want to see what I review next, because as always, I am the Grocery Store Dude, and this channel is all about trying interesting grocery store food. Well, until next time, enjoy these foods. In moderation, of course.